So I'll just say goodbye to you, and then these guys are going to do some B-roll quickly around here, right?
If you want me to talk about that, that's a true barn find. So yeah, this is a 1934 Harley Davidson VFD. This is my own bike. And in 1934, they made 1,330 VFDs, and they made 5 VFDS Solos. Harley's more popular bike at the time was the VL. And this is basically a commercial variant of the VL called the VFD. And the only difference between the two bikes was that the VFD had cast iron pistons, because they figured the commercial models are going to be used at slow speed with less air flowing over the cylinders. The VL had aluminum cylinders. The commercial model had, aluminum pistons. The commercial model had cast iron pistons. With less air flowing over the cylinders, the edge is going to get a lot hotter. The cast iron pistons will expand at the same rate as the cast iron cylinders, so they won't seize. Because aluminum, they hadn't really refined the metallurgy at that time with aluminum pistons to keep the expansion rates down. So early engines with aluminum pistons, when they got hot, they'd seize, especially motorcycles. So the commercial models all got old school cast iron pistons. And so in 1934, they made 5 VFD Solos, which were non-sidecar bikes. The rest of the VFDs were all sidecar bikes used for commercial purposes. So this is one of those 5.
One of 5
VFD Solos.
1934.
It was bought new in Maine, and I am the 3rd owner. I bought it from Lamont Rollerson of Islesboro Island, which is up in Penobscot Bay. And during World War II, his older brother had a Harley, but he was overseas fighting. His older brother had a knucklehead. So while his older brother was overseas, Lamont, who was 13, 14 at the time, would tear all over Islesboro in his knucklehead. And when his brother came back from the war, he said, you got to get your own bike. And so he went to the mainland and found this for sale in Belfast in 1944. And he owned it from 1944 till he passed away in 2016.
And you bought it.
And I got photos of him with his wife on it back in the day, riding all over the country. She loved how it sounded, so she painted music notes on the tailpipe.
Oh, jeez.
And they were heavily involved in the American Motorcycle Association, AMA. So she hand-painted an AMA logo on the toolbox, and they rode this all over the place. I bought it from his estate. They called a buddy of mine who owns a motorcycle shop, and they asked if he could sell